we didn't necessarily have any other major topics to go over, but was there anything in particular that you would like to highlight? Otherwise, we'll just close things down early.
Um, let's see. I guess I'll this. I don't have much to say about it, but I guess I'll mention that I did beat SMT 5 yesterday, last night.
Mhm.
So, yep, finally finished that game 2+ months later.
Yeah,
um, it's a fun game. I don't. What? Okay.
I did. Nope,
Um.
I'm ignoring that. I'm ignoring it.
Um. So yeah, I finished that. The ending was the ending. Yeah, I mean it's what you kind of expect from SMT. There were three ending choices: law, chaos, and neutral.
Okay.
Um, I don't know. Do you want me to go into spoilers and
I
discuss it, or
I just want you to tell me, was it interesting or was it Mass Effect 3?
it wasn't okay? It was not Mass Effect
Okay,
3.
so it was
That
probably
like
interesting
that.
then.
I mean, there's a spectrum between Mass Effect 3 and interesting, because Mass Effect 3 is like dog shit,
Right.
and then interesting is like up here.
Right. Anything is more interesting than Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
So, was it at least stimulating the ending? Or are you just like, okay, I guess that's it. The ride was fine kind of situation, or it was a good ride, but ending
It
wasn't
it wa-
there.
yeah, it was. I don't know. The choices were interesting in one way, and then in another way kind of lackluster. Like, the law choice is basically like, yeah, we'll just, the world is fine the way it is. Uphold God's order, and yeah, it's cool. Um
That's got to be the bad choice because everybody knows in JRPGs God is evil. That's the evil choice. Got it. You?
that's the law. That's technically the law
Okay.
choice.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Hmm. Yeah.
Um the chaos choice is like, yeah, let's go back to the way it was before, where all like demons are gods and everything's a god, and it's just the war of the gods. Let's do that. But Tokyo will be saved somehow. I don't know.
Yeah. How would
Um
Tokyo be? Okay, never mind. Keep going.
and then the neutral ending is like, fuck these gods and shit. I'm just gonna destroy the throne. There are no gods except me. Like,
What? So, okay. So your choices are keep God doing what he's doing, which obviously that's evil, because it's a
well,
JRPG God.
in
Hmm.
all of them, you are the new god, basically, because you have ascended to the throne of the Empyrean, which is
Okay.
the like tree of life. Basically, if you are a Nahobino and you ascend to that point, you are the new god, basically, and you get to decide the
Okay.
fate of the world. You remake the world in your
In your image,
vision,
and
in
your
your image,
and
in
your
your
image
vision.
is either the way that the previous God did it, or
Yeah, it's
something.
like, yeah, this way was fine. Let's just stick with that. That's cool.
Okay. I mean, like, was it fine though?
It was fine for a while, but it was also like,
Why did you defeat this God if it wasn't fine? If it was fine, like, I
no,
feel like it.
God was already dead.
Oh, so you had to
So
like.
that's why
Oh,
you
okay.
needed we needed a new god to remake the world, because God was already dead.
Okay, got
Like,
it. Sure. How did God? Okay, never mind. Never mind. I don't. Never
it was a
mind.
little unclear how he was dead, but the demons invaded, and I don't know, Lucifer or
Got it.
some shit. I don't know. He's
Of
dead.
course. Sure. Okay, so basically, you do the same thing that the previous God did before he died,
Yeah.
or you like let demons and gods just fight each other like
Yeah,
crazy.
so like, okay, this requires a little bit of explanation, which
Yeah.
I'm sure you're not going to play the game. So I will go into spoiler territory a little bit here.
Okay.
So if for people in chat who want to play the game, mute or stop watching for a bit. Um, so the way the world is set up, you have all the demons were once the world before this were like all the demons were gods. You had the demon and they had their knowledge like infused with them, but
Mm,
the current god split it up so he made it so like, hey, I am the one and only god, and
sure.
I split up the demons from their knowledge, and the knowledge became the humans and were split up into a separate world, which was your world, Tokyo, like modern day Tokyo. But the world was actually like an apocalyptic hellscape, which you find out at the beginning of the game.
Hmm.
Um,
Sure.
filled with demons. Um, and yeah, a Nahobino is a combination of demon and human, which has the ability to become God, basically, and ascend to the throne. Um, so yeah, the chaos route is just like, hey, let's go back to the way it was before. Let's put everything together, and everyone is the god again. And okay, cool.
Okay.
Everyone can do what they want.
But if everyone's a
Um,
god, what happens to the humans? Because they were the knowledge. So does that mean they just put them back together?
I think so. That's what I
So the humans just
understood.
died then,
Like,
basically. Huh.
or they become up. Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess
I don't know. Like
I
that's
don't.
the only thing I can think of. Is like, okay, well, if the knowledge comes back to the demons, like the human has to be reabsorbed and is thus like I guess dead or something. I don't know. That's what I'm
Yeah, I don't
taking
know.
from this.
You could interpret it that way, I suppose. I'm not sure if that's correct, but I also don't know well enough to say if that's correct or not.
Okay,
Um,
that's fine. Keep going. Sorry, keep going.
but the guy who advocates for that route says that like,
Hmm.
you'll and I don't really understand this. Like doing this will save Tokyo basically, like by taking that route.
Oh
Humans
wait, humans
contain the
contained
knowledge.
it, but they weren't the knowledge themselves. So like they would just get sucked out of them. They were just
Sure.
like a host for it. So I guess like
So
having
yeah,
that
I
knowledge
guess
removed from them
yeah,
doesn't kill them.
it saves Tokyo because the demons won't be trying to come to Tokyo
Getting their knowledge back.
and get their knowledge back from the
Okay.
humans because they already have their knowledge back. So yeah, Tokyo is saved in that way because yeah, in this world the demons start invading Tokyo to try and
Yeah.
kill the humans and get their knowledge back basically so that they can become a Nahobino and become God
Sure.
basically. So yeah, there's that. And then the neutral route is destroy the throne, which says fuck it, like there should be no gods, I guess. Like the world remains as it is basically, but
Hmm.
the throne is destroyed and
Wouldn't that piss the demons off though? That'd
yeah.
still make them mad, and they would still be looking at their knowledge. So that literally does nothing. Okay, got it. I just don't know what that even does. It's like, okay, no gods, but the demons still exist. So they're still going to want to get their knowledge. Or does that kill the demons by
It
blowing
doesn't
up the
it
throne?
no, it doesn't kill the demons, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So you blow up the throne. Got it. And you just give a part of the point is that none of the endings are good. It's about making
Yeah.
the best choices of life.
That's also true. It's like it's supposed
But
to be a
I
moral
just don't know what
dilemma.
the point of that is though. Well, what's the point of just destroying the throne for no gods? It does nothing then. There's just no gods, but the demons are still there. They're still gonna want their knowledge back. So that's I'm confused. Like, do the demons die? Does it like close off a portal? Like,
They
I'm
don't die, but they yeah, I don't know. Again, the character in the game that advocates for this route says that like this will be a world for like humanity alone, and like the demons like won't matter basically. Like
Okay.
again, I don't quite understand it.
Yeah,
And
sure.
actually, that is the one that I picked because I didn't really like either of the other choices, so I chose the fuck it route.
Yeah.
Um, and in the end, like in the ending, basically there's just like the narrator that exposits what happens afterwards, and it basically says that like it was kind of a bloodbath, but the humans win out in the end and it's peace, but there's a lot of casualties.
What? Did they
Yeah,
fight the demons?
I guess. I don't know. Again, it's just kind of a narrator that exposits a few lines and that's it.
But
So,
so the demons are weak enough where just random humans can beat them.
well, you still exist. You're fucking God. So, or you're strong enough to be God at least. Like you get rid of the power of creation. Like you say I don't want that, but you know,
Okay. I I'm just trying to piece it all together. So like, it's like you
yeah.
lead the charge along with your 17-year-old compatriots, because all the people that are older than that are worthless, I assume, or evil. Just like push back the demons, like you alone and like probably three other people who have like special gifts, I guess. Just save Tokyo,
It's
right?
very vague. It's very, very
Just save,
vague.
because yeah, because there's, I mean, Tokyo is the world. Um, okay, I'm sorry, I'm very quiet because
Yeah.
I'm processing. I'm trying to
Yeah,
decide
no.
if that's a
It's
stupid way to end it or not. I think it's fine. It's probably fine. I think it's fine. But like,
supposedly though there's a fourth ending
ooh,
that if you kill the super boss and you pick the neutral ending and if you like do all of the side quests and kill the super boss, you can get the true ending, which I didn't kill the super boss, so I didn't get the true ending. I got the kind of crappy neutral
I
ending.
mean, whatever. Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know, like the yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just like keep thinking of like narrator coming out and saying, "Okay, so you picked this choice, and there was a massive bloodbath, but you and the humans have prevailed." And I'm just like, but not every human had to have been like a badass, like magic slinging character like your character probably is. So, like,
Yeah, the part about it that confused me more than anything actually um was that part part of the ending also said that like you just kind of watched it all happen. I'm like, wait, that doesn't make any sense
so you
though.
don't even
So
intervene, but like, that, okay. Are the demons weak? Like, is I'm so
some of
confused.
them are, but some of them are strong. Like I don't know. It's weird.
Oh
Again,
my,
it's kind of
okay.
kind of vague. And actually, I mean,
Uh,
based on what you've heard, I agree with you. But actually, the law ending is the worst because the character that like goes along with the law ending is just awful, and the angel like who is the demon that is like you have the human character and then the demon like the human character is the knowledge and they would combine to be the Nahopino, right? um the angel is just like she's they're both kind of insane, and yeah, the human character is uninteresting, the angel is insane, and it's just like
I'm totally,
anything
yeah,
anything to uphold God's order type thing. It's like, God is great, God is almighty, and I will do anything to uphold him and his will.
sure.
Like,
I'm okay with like an ending, not like all endings not being like good. I am okay with that. But like, hmm, I don't know. I don't want to pass too much judgment because I didn't get there myself, obviously.
yeah.
But my judgment is that is probably the silliest, most rushed ending analysis from our narratives. Like, you watch as a massive bloodbath ensues, but the humans win. It's like, how? How do the humans win if the demons are pretty strong? Even a couple that are pretty strong, I would imagine, would overwhelm. Unless like guns are really effective against these demons. I don't know. I have questions. I'm not sure I care
No,
enough to get
like
them answered.
yeah, it does. Again, it doesn't really make sense to me because the few times in the game that the demons invade, like most of the humans can do absolutely nothing against them. They just get slaughtered.
Okay,
So,
just like I don't know. Like I think like
though
I,
there are factions within the the humans that like fight against the demons. So
okay, maybe
yeah,
maybe these factions like band together. Maybe it's enough. I don't know. To me, this is like this is an ending that I would be just like okay. I, I
yeah,
really
that's kind of how I felt about it. I was like, okay, sure, it was an ending. It was
yeah.
fine.
It's still better
The,
than
the,
Mass
the
Effect 3.
choice the
So
choice was kind of interesting, but
yeah,
the actual ending was like, eh.
but that's still kind of unfortunate. That's still unfortunate because like you make this choice and you want to like see the outcome of it in some way. And
Try
oh
try. I know
no,
you're
oh no, oh
trolling.
no.
I know you're trolling. You make so many people mad
So
though.
many people would be so mad with that comment too.
Yeah,
Um,
SMT fans in
I just I feel
shambles.
like you want to see the like the ending or get like a more detailed explanation than that. At least to me, I don't mean you have to see like a full scale battle occur. Or anything. I don't know. Like
Yeah, it's like the ending is literally your character just like walking in a basically a void,
yeah,
and the narrator just like expositing this for like a paragraph or something like that, and that's it. Like,
yeah. I mean, like there have been other games too that do this. Like okay, Fallout New Vegas does this too, where there's like tons of choices you can. There's like these choices you can make, and you make one, and then like it's just a bunch of still images, but they go through like every faction, relevant faction, like what happens. They tell you about, and there's like okay, this faction, this happened as a result of your choices. Like here's that. They go through like all these different factions, so it's like fairly detailed in that respect. But it seems similar to like what this does, and I was satisfied with that. So I'm sure like I would be somewhat kind of like okay, thank you, satisfied.
yeah,
But yeah, it's just it sounds like it would have been nicer to. It sounds a little confusing to me. Just be like, yeah, and the humans win, bloodbath, but they win, and you play through the game, you're like, but how? Like I don't. It's hard for me to vision that. That's where I get lost. It's like okay, it's hard for me
yeah,
to envision them winning when it's just like okay, it would have been more interesting if it was like okay, demon still won though, so oopsies, tried.
see, bad choice.
I mean, yeah, but yeah, like people would probably hate that. I'm sure somebody, some folks out there would not like that. Yeah, okay.
So
Well,
yeah,
the game
it's
was,
it's
but was it a
it's a
good
it's a
game
f-
though?
it's yeah, it's a good game. It's a very fun game. The
Yeah.
gameplay is really good. I was By the end of the game, you're just like super busted if you get your build right, you know.
Hmm.
And I killed the final boss in like 3 turns or something like that. It was just like it's fucking.
Okay. Okay. I mean, it's like on one hand, it's validating. On another hand, that's the final boss. Um, maybe you don't want a final boss to be defeated in 3 turns. I don't know how long a turn took you, but that sounds like it took 5 minutes. Um,
Yeah, no, it wasn't long.
yeah. I think for a JRPG boss, 5 minutes might not be stimulating enough. Um,
The like the game's difficulty curve is like weird. Early game, well, it's one of those JRPGs that like if you find there's so much customization in the way you can build your character and like the skills you can get in the builds that like
mhm.
if you find and I'm sure there's multiple ways to break it, but if you find a broken build, you're gonna be like pretty much unstoppable. Um, and nothing is gonna be a challenge. So
Hmm.
Part of the fun of it is like
Seeing if you could find that.
finding the broken build, right, and
Yeah,
customizing it
sure.
the
No, no,
way
no.
you want. So
Yeah, I mean, it's plenty of games have broken builds. Like we know that. And like when you find the broken build, it just like it makes the game comical. Here's an example. Skyrim has broken builds. The game is comical when you put your broken builds online. It's like a joke. So there's plenty of other games like Dragon Age. You can just have a broken build and just you're unstoppable, and you deal way too much damage. I'm I'm
yeah,
not opposed to it. Just, yeah, I don't know. It's just like to me, it's like okay, that boss was like 3 turns. I don't know. Even with my broken build, like seems a little funky.
yeah. I mean, there were bosses like earlier in side quests that were more challenging than the final boss,
Yeah, because
basically.
you're still putting things together.
Yeah,
So
you're
like
put
you're
or even at that point, like there
hmm,
was a couple of extra side quests leading up to the final boss, and like the bosses in those fights were more challenging than the final boss.
hmm.
Like,
Yeah. I again, I mean, as long as the game was good, you enjoyed it. It's all that
yeah,
matters.
it, the game was fun. I agree with what Ghost said. The story and the characters were the weakest part of the game by far. The gameplay was really good.
Hmm.
Um, game's fun. Game is very fun to play. And it's fun to again customize as you go along and just like explore, find stuff, recruit new demons, fuse new demons. Build your character up towards your broken build at the end, and getting stronger and stronger as you go. Um, and yeah, the story is pretty minimal for the most part, but it's there, and you get your choice in the end. And that's it.
Okay. I
I don't
mean,
think it's like, you know, there's a lot of people who are like, game of the year for them, JRPG of the year. No, it's good. But I mean, I told you my list last week and it doesn't change based on having finished the game now. It's
okay.
like SMT5 was number 4. I like Halo Infinite better. Um and as far as JRPGs go, I like Scarlet Nexus and Tales of Arise better than
Okay.
SMT5. Um
Okay. Cool. No, it's weird. It's interesting, like a JRPG without with a weaker story and characters than the gameplay.
I'll just say
To
it's
me,
minimal. Like
yeah, it's
it's just
minimal. Okay,
minimal.
it's
It's very
minimal.
minimal
Okay.
story. Like
Okay.
the majority of the game is just exploring the netherworld,
Okay.
basically, the gameplay.
Okay.
So,
Cool. Well, yeah.
and there was one other thing I wanted to mention as far as humankind goes. They posted on Steam and stuff as part of Humankind Day, like sort of their it's very vague, but like a somewhat of a roadmap of
Oh,
what's upcoming.
see if I can find that. Got it. And where did they post? Oh, I see. Pushing far. I'm sure it says pushing.
Yeah,
Okay.
Amplified 2022
Released,
pushing for.
upcoming, improvements. Okay, so I see some improvements. New content, new cultures, new wonders, new languages, new challenges, official mods. Okay, and okay,
Yeah, I mean that's it. They're just continuing to work. The no mandatory surrender thing is something that I see like every day I scroll Reddit, and I'm subscribed to the Humankind subreddit, and there's someone bitching about the mandatory surrender in war, like literally every fucking day.
oh
So
god, okay. Well, hey, they're fixing it. I mean, they mentioned it,
um,
so big deal.
multiplayer notification options, stability, obviously AI affinity, yeah, balance, and then obviously new cultures, new wonders, and stuff ongoing.
Yeah,
Um, I really hope that they fix religion at some point. Like, please add more to religion, or at least a way to earn fame from religion. Like,
be nice.
goddamn.
It'd be nice. It would certainly be nice, but we'll see how high the priority
Yeah.
list that lands.
Again, I don't think religion is bad in this game. I think it's fine. It's just very like bare bones, and you don't get a lot out of it.
Mm.
Well, you do get yields out of it. I won't say you won't get a lot out of it, but like, why can you not gain any fame from religion? It doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't need to be a star category, but there should at least be some of those deeds or goals that you can get from religion. Like, I don't know. Seems weird.
Yeah. I just agree with you. It's
I
religion
know.
is so bare bones. I don't get it. It's like it feels like something they're like, well, we don't have time. Just put it in and walk away.
Yeah.
You're like, okay. So anyway, um, yeah, I don't have any other updates for me. Just mentioning it, like I talked about the new stuff that's coming out or that has come out and is like available this weekend that I'm trying. Besides Humankind, obviously, I do think Rainbow Six Extraction might be, given it's on Game Pass. I'm giving it some like benefit there. I don't know how much it is like on release. The cost. I don't know if it's $50 or $60. I don't remember. Um, but like for a Game Pass game, I think if you can get a 4 team group going, it might actually be kind of interesting. Because Rainbow Six Siege has great tactics. So if there's a way they could even just like get little tiny bit of that in there, be great.
Hmm.
The Settlers game I think would be interesting too. I'll let you know how that goes. And I was going to tell Try too how that goes because that's like I used to play that a lot when I was younger. The Settlers 3 is the one I played. It's like it it wasn't like a perfect, unbelievable experience. It's not like StarCraft, but it had enough of an audience where they're remaking it. So that should
Yep.
tell you something. And the game, I really do hope that like the game is improved and a bit more streamlined because you when you play Settlers 3, you can tell it's an old game because I played it recently. It's an old game. You can tell. So I'm really excited about that stuff. When I can get my time. I have a lot of school work this weekend, but when I can get my time, I want to try those and
Hmm.
wrap my head around it. And then the last thing I wanted to mention was um, if Halo 2 doesn't go through, Crew and I'll just play Halo 3. All that stuff will get going to YouTube. So
Okay. Yep. And Pokemon Arceus comes out
yeah,
next
next week.
week. I may play it on the channel a little bit. I
Hmm.
mean, I'm gonna get it and play it. I've been hearing apparently people are saying the leaks look good. The game's looking pretty cool actually.
We talk
So
about the Pokemon in that game for a second,
sure.
just for like I can I rant about it for like 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a 3 minute clock. 5:20. Okay, some of these Pokemon are embarrassingly stupid. If I
What, you don't like
design,
you don't like weed Typhlosion?
if these are okay, so if these are leaks yet, I don't know if they've been confirmed. I don't know if they've been confirmed, but I don't know if I want to put the cursed image up because it's a Discord image. Can somebody grab a link of all the leaked Pokemon in Arceus real quick so I can put that up? Um, and just post it in the Twitch chat. Okay, so I've got some time here. I've probably got 2.5 minutes now. I think there are some Pokemon that like Typhlosion, for example. Typhlosion, I think in a good way, looks silly. It looks like it's just smoking dope all day, every day. Which in a way, I think that's funny. So I'm going to give it the benefit for comical for the comedic value. If the Palkia and Dialga are truly what they look like in the game, I question the designer who designed those Pokemon. Question their sanity. I question their thought process because they are the stupidest looking Pokemon I think I've seen. And we've seen some dumb Pokemon. Believe me, we've seen some dumb ones.
Yeah, we've seen scoops.
Yeah, that Palkia, I almost puked. I had like it was
Hmm.
disturbing. It's a disturbing looking Pokemon. That Dialga, why does it have a pill in its throat? Why is there a pill in its throat? Like they're just stupid. It's just like why though? So I just like I can't get over those two. I think the Scyther, the Cleavor thing looks awesome. Um, there's like an Ursaring bear thing. I don't know why it looks like a turtle, but that's a bear apparently. Hopefully this is gonna. Get this. Um, the Basculin evolution, I think I like. I like it. This
Hmm.
Ursaring kind of annoys me. It looks like a turtle, and it annoys me to the point where I'm angry about it.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't love the Ursaring. The
this is
Scyther looks
Avalugg.
cool. I think Arcanine looks dope, by the
Arcanine looks
way. The
great.
new Arcanine.
Looks great. Arcanine looks great. This is like a Cleavor. It's like a Scyther evolution. Love it. Looks scary. Looks really scary. I'm on board with it. Decidueye. What is that? What is that? I hate it. With every
Wait, is that one next to the? It's not Stantler, but the one is that actually Decidueye?
that's Decidueye.
I can't.
I
It
hate it.
it it just looked like it got eaten by a plant.
I hate it.
I hate it too.
With every ounce of my body, I hate it.
I mean, I was already gonna pick Cyndaquil because I always pick fire, but I definitely like no.
I
Decidueye looks really
I pick
stupid.
Typhlosion every time. Every
Yeah.
time at this point. That Typhlosion looks
The
great.
new Samurott looks pretty cool too, though.
It looks
Like
better. Yeah.
it's not different, but the new color scheme is dope
Yeah.
as
Look,
hell.
I'm with you. I noticed that one too. Avalugg just has a bigger chin. I don't understand it. I never liked that Pokemon anyway, but like I just don't get I just don't get it.
Gudra, they just gave a fat ass. Like
Simon just walked in and said, "Let's just give it a booty," and that was their thought. The Quillfish looks cool. The Quillfish evolution looks kind of scary. I'm on board with it. Here's what I'm talking about though. This Palkia,
yeah. I
I had a nightmare
I
about it.
think I think the Dialga, like I don't mind. I think I'm okay with the thing in its like neck looks a little dumb, like that big thing sticking out. But for the most part, I'm okay with the Dialga. The Palkia just looks like they like what can we do with Palkia? I don't know. Give it like horse legs or something, and they called it a day. Like
What is that? What is it? It makes me angry. Like I'm so angry looking at it. I I thought it was a joke when someone showed it to me. I thought it was a joke. I laughed hysterically. I was like, haha, that's funny. That's a funny joke. And it looks real. And now I'm angry.
I'll be like the majorities I actually like. I'm either neutral on or I like. The ones I really dislike are Palkia, Ursaring, and
Mm,
Decidueye. Really, those
yeah.
three. The rest are like either I'm neutral on or they're actually pretty cool. I like them. But those three are just like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
this?
I
Like,
I am irrationally angry at them.
right? You are irrationally angry
I am
at them.
irrationally angry with them. And I recognize this. I recognize how angry I am when I probably shouldn't be. But that Palkia, that Palkia is so upsetting to look at. Every
You know,
time I look at it,
the Palkia is real dumb.
it's
That one's
dumb.
really bad.
It's
Like,
dumb. And like, I don't think Palkia normally is like a silly looking Pokemon or anything. I think it looks fine. So when I saw that, I was like, why does it look like a shitty Centaur?
yeah, it looks like a shitty Centaur. That's what it
It just
looks
looks like
like.
a stupid fucking Centaur. It's like Centaurs are okay, but this is a stupid one. I just don't get it. I'm not on board with it. And I'm angry. Very angry. The Dialga with a pill is just like, why is there a pill in its neck? What is that? But yeah,
Yeah,
I'm down for some of these.
Dialga's choking on a surfboard. Like,
Why though? Like the Ursaring also is just like I think it's just offensive. I think it's offensive to bears. Like if I was a
right?
bear, I'd be offended.
He's a little too thick. Like,
Looks like a turtle.
yeah, it looks like a turtle.
Do you think somebody walked in and drew that and nobody contested them and said, no, that looks like a turtle? And they just went with it. It doesn't look like a bear. Again, if I was a bear, I'd be offended. I'd be upset. I'd be like, I don't look like that. I don't look like this deformed monster. I have proportions. This just looks like a turtle. Looks like a tortoise. Yeah, it's a tortoise. It's an Ursa tortoise.
The turtle bear.
Turtle bear. Yeah, it's turtle bear. I hate it. Um, I think Gudra, just a big booty, is the best assessment for all this
Hmm.
though. That Gudra, that's just funny. So yeah, Kuru loves the Decidueye.
I hate
I
it
don't
too.
like it at all. I think it looks silly in the worst way. I know what they're trying to go for with it, but I think it looks silly. Um, but yeah, the bear. I was really sad for that. Um, anyway, okay, that's it. Freaking Pokemon.
It was more than 3 minutes, but
I
it's
know it
okay.
was more than 3 minutes, but God, you look at that Palkia and you gotta look at it for like 5 minutes and go, "Who
What
thought of
what is
this?
what is that?
What is it? What is that?" I just can't believe nobody contested it. Why did anybody walk into the meeting room when they were showing those designs off? Because there's a meeting for that. There had to have been like sketches too. Like they went through multiple sketches, and
Yeah.
that's what they landed with. There was like
Sure it's going through multiple people, like multiple passes, and like
there was
that's what they went
iterations on that,
with.
and that's what it got to. Can you imagine the iteration process with that? Like I can't imagine what it started with. I can't imagine what it started with. It probably just looked like a poop stain on a piece of paper. Like it just
Yeah, yeah, it just looked like a poop stain with
they're just like we
Palkia's
have to do
face.
better
Like
than
that's
this.
it.
We have to do better than that. And this is like that's what they got to. And it feels like they took about 5 minutes. But I think in this case I can't agree with the decision process. It looks bad. But that's, I just every time I think about it, somebody iterated to get to that point. It
Why?
makes me laugh.
I just noticed this, but why does the Palkia either have no arms or have like tentacle arms?
Who
Like
knows? Who
I don't
cares? It's
understand.
just like
Like
somebody said, "Who cares? Let's just make this look like an abomination." It's just so stupid looking. So I can't buy into the Palkia. The Dialga, other than the
mm,
pill in its neck, I'm kind of like, okay, it's pretty good design other than that. Somebody hates Palkia in Game Freak. Somebody just hates him. It's like I hate this Pokemon, and I'm in charge of designing it. No, I'm done.
it's like if I was in charge of redesigning Scoop's Vanilluxe, I would just make the ice cream scoops just like turds. It's like, yep, there you go.
I
There's the
just
new Pokemon. There's your poop ice cream cone.
he probably
This
just take an
stupid
eraser to it. He's like, okay, it's
Pokemon.
gone now. Just gone.
It's gone. Goodbye,
I just
stupid
man, that
Pokemon.
I want to pick the brain of the person who made it. Seriously, and be like, so how many iterations did this take? One? You better not say more than three. That'll piss me off. Don't say three or more. Say one. Say you gave it one pass and that was it. Oh my god. Anyway, okay. Um, we better close up here in a
Yeah.
sec. Oh god. Okay. Well, next week we'll know more about Arceus. You'll get to stream it. I hope you see a
Well,
Palkia first day. I hope to God you do.
doesn't come out till Friday, so you know.
Yeah, yeah. Next week. I hope you see Palkia soon, and I hope you see it on stream.
I
Hope you do.
the chances of seeing Palkia early in the game I think are very low, but okay.
But I hope you do. I hope you do. I hope it's like an intro cutscene, and you see
Mm,
Palkia prancing, frolicking
yeah.
in the poorly generated meadows with low frame rate,
Hmm.
so that I could laugh the whole time. um, but yeah, so Arceus is next week. Um, hopefully we'll get some cool Halo action, whether it's 2 or 3. Please continue to
Oh,
check out. Oh, go ahead. Go
the
ahead.
other thing that comes out next week on Friday as well, not game related, but the Critical Role animated series, The Legend of Vox Machina, on
That's
Prime Video.
that's all I see on Twitter. That's all I see on Twitter is that I see I see
It looks
Activision Blizzard stuff, and I
so
see that.
good.
I think Twitter might have an explosion then. I'm not sure I'm
It
prepared for it.
already has had an explosion.
Many times.
Like you haven't even seen like yeah.
I can picture it. I can picture the Critical Role fan base. Like they're all gonna have to go see a doctor because
Hmm.
is that gonna be a show you can binge or is it one episode a week? You know?
It's 3 episodes a week for
Oh
like
Jesus Christ!
3 or 4 weeks or something like that.
Do you know how long the episodes are?
I think they're like 20 minutes or 25 minutes,
Okay,
like
so they're
kind of
they're short.
normal.
They're short. Yeah. Okay. So it's not too bad. That means that nobody's gonna have to go to the hospital for having an erection lasting more than 4 hours. That's that's definitely a positive note from all this.
Yeah,
So
yeah, for
they've
sure.
avoided that. Um, but yeah, I've heard I just heard so much from Twitter every time I look through it. It's just like, here's a trailer for it, here's another trailer for it, here's some more, here's some pictures. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm being flooded with it. So next Thursday or Friday?
Friday
I
the
can't imagine
28th.
Thursday. Yeah, I couldn't imagine Thursday. Okay, Friday the 28th, Pokemon Legend of Vox Machina. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah, the Legend of Vox Machina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe they got Amazon Prime. That's crazy. That is great. Like that's crazy. Um, but yeah. Anyway, let's sign off here. Um,
Yep.
we'll see you guys next Thursday, and
Yep.
keep an eye out for all the other stuff that we're doing, like Halo related. So,
Mhm.
thanks, guys.
Night, everybody.